This is Stephen Swenson from TaxSaleSupport.com, and this is another Deal of the Week video for December 28th, 2019. Now, as far as today, we're going to go over Wisconsin. Now, every year on August 31st, the counties will go ahead and start the foreclosure process, and they're going to foreclose on any properties that have been delinquent for over 2 years. Now, once they've gone through that foreclosure process, they're going to offer up these properties for sale at a tax deed auction. Now, in Wisconsin, they can either hold a live auction, or they can also hold what's called a sealed bid auction, where you actually send in your offers through a sealed bid, and they open up the offers, and whoever has the highest offer will win the property. Now, they have both online auctions and live auctions. So some auctions they will hold online. You can buy properties online, like the ones I'll show you today, or they'll also have live auctions where you can attend in person. Now, the opening bid amount can either start at the delinquent taxes, penalties, or fees, or it can start at a percentage of the assessed value. So not every auction is going to be the same, where they're all starting at just the delinquent taxes, penalties, and fees. Some properties will have a higher opening bid. So you'll see that as you're looking at different Wisconsin auctions. Now, as far as the auctions themselves, they refer to them as tax delinquent real estate sales. So if you're looking for tax sale auctions in Wisconsin, you're going to want to use that terminology. And the over-the-counter properties, which they do have lots of them, are called vacant land offered to purchase. And so, every state will have a little bit different terminology, and that's how they use them in Wisconsin. Now, as far as the deal of the week, we're going to cover a couple of tax deeds that have been purchased recently at an online auction. So we want to kind of show a few properties that have sold here on the deals of the weeks. And there's a couple good properties in Wisconsin. We covered a few in the Green Bay area in the last video. And within this video, we're going to cover properties that were sold, excuse me, at the Walworth County, Wisconsin sale. Now, this property we're going to feature today is actually 3 different building lots. And these were all sold at an online auction on December 6, 2019, and these are all tax deeds. So when whoever was the winning bidder on these properties actually won these properties, they are now the new owner of the property. So here are the 3 lots that we're going to focus on and talk about today. You can see lot 1 there, lot 2, and lot 3. There were 3 different lots, and they were sold separately at the auction. So they weren't sold all as one lot. They were sold separately there at the sale. Now, as far as these properties, they were located in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, and each one of them was about 1.4 acres in size. So they're pretty much the same size, very identical lots located right next to each other. Now, all these properties were commercial land, and so it's commercial real estate. Now, as far as the properties, they ended up selling each for $13,750. They had different amounts of bidders, so there was bidding on the properties that bid them up to that amount. You can see 2 of them had 16 bidders, one had 17 bidders, but the bids all ended up tapping out at $13,750. And we'll look into it and see if that looks like a good deal or not. Now, here are more photos of the commercial lots. They're each about 300 by 200 feet in size. So pretty good sized lots, over just under 1.5 acres each. And altogether, you've got a pretty good sized piece of land. Here's just another photo of the lots with the plat map. You can see them there. Now, as far as the property records, it looks like they had an assessed value of around $41,000. So these properties were, acquired for maybe 25-30 cents on the dollar as far as the assessed value. And the owner, we noticed, was Walworth County, which means that these properties are already owned by the county, so there probably won't be anyone trying to pay them off before the auction. And we can see that because they actually did sell there at the sale. Here's just some more map photos of each one of the lots, and you can see some of the surrounding areas. there's new buildings within this area, so it's definitely a developing area. Here's the Google Maps satellite view, just more kind of photos. And then I added these to kind of give you an idea of where the lot lines are located. Here's a Google Map view. It's actually quite old. It was from 2007, but you can see that these are pretty good. Even back then in 2007, we've got curb and gutter, and so you know, these are pretty much improved lots ready to go. Here are some photos of the surrounding areas. Just across from the lot, you can see that that apartment complex located right there. So that's something that you could put within these lots. There's also all kinds of businesses within the area, gym, a restaurant, many different things. So there could be a lot of opportunity whether you're looking, whether the new buyer's looking to do something like add apartments or adding some type of business. That, you know, really the opportunity is endless with these three lots. And altogether, being an acre and a half, it looks like, you know, they're pretty good size. Now, we're just going to quickly look and see what is available on LoopNet, you know, just to kind of get an idea. This isn't any scientific comparable, but we saw that they were purchased for around $12,750. The assessed value on the properties was, you know, around $41,000. So in looking on LoopNet, there wasn't a whole ton of commercial property for sale. Now we could go look on Zillow, but Zillow doesn't have commercial property. They're just going to have residential property. So it's not going to really give us a true value or a true idea of what the property values are. Now, there wasn't, as I mentioned, there wasn't a ton of property available, but some of the comparable lots that were available for sale all had pretty high values. Even lots that weren't similar to this, maybe smaller, whatever, had some pretty good value to it. But here we can see a couple of lots for sale. Here's one, a commercial lot there in the middle. You can see the photo on it. You know, it's a 2-acre lot for $400,000. It's pretty close to where these properties are located. There was also a lot there below and then a lot above where probably from the same seller, where he's got this 1.3-acre lot for you know, $588,000. The one above that, you know, it looks like it goes between $599,000 to $2.4 million, depending if you're going for the 1.7-acre lot, which is probably just under $600, or if you're getting the 7.22 acres for 2.4. But if we look up each one of these lots, you know, being 144 each, add them together, you know, we're looking at under 5 acres, 4.5 acres or so, where even if the comparable properties don't have this type of value, let's say that it's not worth $400,000, but even if they were worth double what the assessed value was, let's say they were worth $80,000 a piece. Well, picking up for $12,000, you know, $13,000 a piece, that's really not bad. You know, adding that all together, now you've got 4.5 acres of commercial property where in a growing area with lots of new development. So, you know, overall, I think this is a pretty good investment just based on the little bit of research that we've done into it. So as far as the details, there's more counties adding online auctions every month. With Wisconsin, there's new opportunities for investors there locally, but also for investors outside through online opportunities, online auctions, over the counters. There's just a ton of opportunity when it comes to getting started investing in tax deeds and getting started with real estate. Now, if you're interested in, you know, these auctions or any upcoming auctions over the counter list, be sure to check out our membership website at taxsalesupport.com. It's only $39 a month if you do decide to go month to month, or $29 if you decide to pay a year up front. Also, we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if there's no, you know, if it's not something that you're interested in, you can go ahead and cancel, and we'll give you your money back. Also, you can cancel at any time. So it really is one of the best values for tax sale education. We have around 400 to 500 auction lists each month. We have literally thousands of over-the-counter lists, thousands of pages of training guides. We have weekly webinars, so it really is a good opportunity if you want to learn more about tax liens and deeds. Now, excuse me again, getting over a cold. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up. We appreciate you watching, and thank you, and hopefully we'll see you at the auction.